find as we reconstruct the history of the Sullivan County resorts is that tourism here follows an evolution, and that evolution more or less can be broken up into pretty distinct 25-year periods. So we have a beginning phase where the county was quite industrial in terms of its economy. We had timber rafting, we had tanning and bluestone, but there was the beginning of a tourism industry developing at that time as well, primarily fishermen coming into White Lake. And this would be around 1840 or so. And by 1845, enough of those fishermen were coming here that a man by the name of J. Beekman Finley built the first summer hotel in White Lake to accommodate them. That hotel, we're told, was not successful, and in fact its name and location were quite fuzzy, lost in time for quite a long while. And so the county underwent a transition, which interestingly enough took about 25 years, and that transition takes us from 1865 to 1890 to what we call the Silver Age. And during that time, with the arrival of the railroads, we see hundreds of hotels being built in the county. And so by 1890 we have probably 200 hotels and thousands of working farms that begin to take in boarders as well. And this is the Silver Age of tourism here in Sullivan County, which again lasts for about 25 years. And so by 1915 the Silver Age ends and we undergo another transition, and that takes us to 1940 and the Golden Age, and that's where we have 538 hotels and 1,000 rooming houses and 50,000 bungalows, and the heyday of the Catskill resorts that people today remember. And then really we can trace back almost to the month that about the middle of the summer of 1958 things begin to go into decline again. We can see that unemployment rates begin to increase. Hotels begin to struggle. We see the advent of the Fortress Hotel. What that did was severely impact the economy of the surrounding area, and we see a lot of the communities begin to suffer. So even though the hotels were able to continue on, many of them continued to thrive, the surrounding areas began to die, and eventually that would take its toll on the area as a tourist destination. So the next transition would have taken us to 1990, and we see, sure enough, that in the late 1980s we began to see a proliferation of second homes being built in the county. In fact, the hotels in some cases were the developers of those second home developments, and that has been the kind of tourism that has dominated the resort industry here in Sullivan County in recent years. Interestingly, takes us to 2015, and another transition should be beginning, and bingo, there's the casino right on cue. So that could well be the signal that the transition has begun.